any page, including the home page, scroll to the top of your page, click Edit Page. Here we can see the title of the page and that we do not have a featured image set. If we choose a featured image, save it, update the page, and view our page, we will see that that top level image has changed. The title that you are seeing there is the standard page title as well. This does not need to be the same as the slug or the page URL. It can be custom. The sections that you see on the page, which will be a theme that will repeat throughout the website, are visually displayed this way and managed here through corresponding sections. Our first section is one column, has a label, a header, a lead section, and no body section. If I were to enter some custom text in the body section, we would end up with 2 paragraphs with that lead, as well as a CTA, call to action. Call to actions require at the very least a URL, which is in the second area here. Here we have our full screen editor mode. This is not available every time you see the sections, but is available when you're editing the home page. By clicking the expand arrow here, we'll open the full screen mode and save a preview to show you your content as you are managing it. The content does, anytime the content changes, it will refresh this iframe which is loaded in the page. It is not saving your content, it is only creating a preview for you. So if you were to leave this page now with the edits in place, you would not retain them. That is an important thing to remember. It will also, every time you change the content, wait through a specific delay and reload that for you. If you are editing a lot of pieces of content on this page or editing quickly, then you will want to turn off this auto. Click it, it will toggle it to a red, and then if you want to reload your preview, you have to click the reload button. This is to save bandwidth and avoid any constant reloading. It's nice if you edit one piece and then scroll down and then edit another piece, but it is not so nice if you're editing multiple pieces quickly. Each section is visible in the same order. So we have our one column here, along with the one column here. Turning back on auto will continue to refresh the page every time it notices a change to the content. You can reorder sections, which will also trigger an update. Now we have a simple reordered section. Our second section here are practice groups. These are not dynamic in the way that they just will pull from practice groups. This is in order to allow it to be completely customized for that particular area. So it doesn't need to be practice groups, but it, in this case on the home page, it is. So we see our practice group text here, as well as each individual block. Each block is deletable, editable, and you can add as many as you like here. Adding an item to a section is just simple as clicking Add Item. Seeing that text here, I am going to drag this section back to the top to preserve the original layout. Update our page, and view the changes here. So here we have in our practice group section our new test block. each block in this layout, 2 columns. We have multiple available layouts. Editing them, getting familiar with them is going to be the best way to understand which column, which layout does what. For our home page, we have a particular layout that utilizes one reusable layout, but is specifically built for offices. This is managed slightly different than your section above it, because we want to give you the convenience of just loading in offices without having to choose them and enter in the text specifically. That's because the text here is not as subjective as it would be for practice areas. So just choosing offices here will show you the row of offices. Our next section here is the news grid, which does pull in by default the news and publications and speeches. They are rendered with their according post format and show either publications, speeches, or news for the category. We do have a little bit of helper text here, and notice that the placeholder here, it says latest news, publications, and speeches. If I were to change that, just to test, preview our changes, scroll down, you see that we have changed that to test header. These are pulling in by default the first 6 of these types of posts, which are categorized as publications and speeches and firm news or news in general. What we have the ability to do here as well is put in some basic call-out text. There's only 2 available, and it will pull the first 2. So if you entered more than 2 here, you would only see those 2. They are spliced in to the first section, or first position, and third position on the second row. This is where they will always show up if available. If not entered, it will show the posts in that order. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots. First position on the second row and the third position on the second row are available for the text callouts. If these are not entered, you will see the 4th, 5th, or 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th post in order. And that is about it for editing your home page.